Hello children, welcome back to my channel. I am now dealing with 10th class maths, application of trigonometry, new chapter. I have already completed trigonometry. Now we are going to do application of trigonometry. As the name indicates, application tells you how you need to use your trigonometrical knowledge. You have done sine theta, cos theta, tan theta, cosecant theta, secant theta, cot theta. About this you have learned. How are you getting? What is the ratio of that basing on the right angle triangle you have learned? And in which way is it going to help us in our day to day life situations? That this chapter is going to deal with. In this chapter, we are going to learn how to use the trigonometrical ratios to identify or to measure the heights of big buildings, the heights of mountains, the heights of poles, etc. And also the distance between two places, two buildings, distance between the banks of the rivers. These all are also going to learn, and apart from that, depth of the objects, how deep it is, where it is. These also you can learn from this chapter. So here certain important wordings that you need to learn, I'm going to deal with this. Say suppose we are going to talk about angle of elevation. Very important topics this children. Angle of elevation means what? Suppose you have got a building. Suppose AB is a building, and a person is standing here at C, and he wanted to know what is the height of the building. He is able to see it here. So this theta angle is called theta. This theta is called as angle of elevation. So this angle of elevation can be determined when any two sides of these sides are given to you. So in the problem, either these two sides they will give, or these two sides they will give, or these two sides measure they will give. According to the side that is given to you, you can use the formula of sine theta, cos theta, or tan theta, and accordingly you can find out what is the height of this building, maybe height of a pole, whatever it is. This is called angle of elevation. And the second one which you need to learn is angle of depression. What is the meaning of this angle of depression? Say suppose a person is standing at the height of a building. So here the person is there, this is the building. So you have to extend it like this. And some object is here, and the person wanted to see it from here where it is. Here the object is there. From here he is seeing. So from here means this downwards he is seeing. So this is the angle made by the object with this person. This is also called theta. This theta is called as angle of depression. And here, this theta will be equal to this theta because these two are what type of angles? They are alternate angles. Since these are alternate angles, these two are equal. So instead of this measure, we will be taking this measure and we are going to do it. It's a small introduction about this topic, children. We are going to start our exercises, examples, everything here. Just this is a small introduction to application of trigonometry. Please note it down. Now, this the example 1 is dealing with the drawing of diagram, and the drawing of diagram is very important, children. You will be getting it in short answer type, very short answer type questions. In that they will give you the sum and you need to draw the diagram. Just if you draw the diagram, you are going to score full marks. So let us understand what is the problem is dealing with. The top of a clock tower observed at an angle of elevation of alpha, and the foot of the tower is at a distance of d meters. D meters where? D meters from the observer. This I forgot to write. From the observer, it is D meters. So, see, suppose I'm drawing this A, B, and C. So, I'm joining this. This is 90 degrees. What is this AB? AB is, it is the tower, which you call it as H meters. And this is the distance between the observer. This is D meters. And angle of elevation will be taken from here. This is what they said alpha. That's all. This is the figure that you are going to draw, children. But here we are going to explain what does each term indicates. AB is nothing but height of the tower, that is equal to H meters, and BC is distance between the tower and the observer, that is equal to D meters, and angle C is equal to angle of elevation, that is equal to alpha. So in this way you need to mention about the figure that you have drawn, children. This will help you to understand each and every term, will help the examiner to understand what do you mean by it. Please note it down. Now, example to children, it's a lengthy problem, so I'm not writing. So I'm just reading it. You see, you can open your textbook and go through it. Rinke observes a flower on the ground from the balcony of the first floor of a building at an angle of depression of beta. The height of the first floor building is x meters. Draw the diagram. So Rinke is there at the top on the balcony of the first floor. So let us draw this. This is the height of the building AB. And what is that she is observing? She is observing a flower that is there on the ground. And what else they have given? Rinke observes a flower on the ground from the balcony of the first floor of a building at an angle of depression beta. The height of the first floor building is x meters. So the height of the building is given as x meters. So she is observing from the top. So what you have to do? You have to draw. Okay, here she is observing from here. So this becomes angle of depression, that is beta. If that is beta, that is equal to here also beta. So what is given to us? AB is the height of the first floor, that is equal to x meters, and what else they have given? BC is the distance between the building and the flower. Building and the flower. And third one, angle. Here, this I need to call, let me call this as a D. Angle DAC is equal to angle of depression, that is equal to beta. So this is the way in which you can draw the diagram, children, and give the every indication of every point, every value that is given to us, we have done. Note it down. Now, example 3. A large balloon has been tied with a rope and it is floating in the air. A person has observed the balloon from the top of a building at an angle of elevation of theta 1 and the foot of the rope at an angle of depression of theta 2. The height of the building is h feet. Draw the diagram for this. So, a person is standing upon a building. So, let me take this as the height of a building. A person is here, and somewhere here they have tied a balloon. So, it is floating in the air. So, this is the balloon position. It is floating in the air. So, let me call this as C and this is D. So, the person is observing the balloon at the top as well as the rope at the bottom. This is angle of elevation, that is theta 1, and this is angle of depression, that is theta 2. This point we consider it as E. So then what else they have given? The height of the building is h feet. So this is height of the building. This is h feet. So this is the figure that you will be getting, children. So here AB is height of the building, that is equal to h feet, and CD is a balloon, floating balloon. I can write floating balloon. Okay. Next, angle DAE is angle of elevation, that is equal to theta 1, and angle EAC is angle of depression, that is equal to theta 2. So this is theta 2 means what, children? This is also theta 2 alternate angles because this line and this line are parallel lines. So this is the figure that you will be getting, children. Please note it down. This is example 3. Now do this sum, children. First problem. Draw the diagram for the following situations they have given. First one, a person is flying a kite at an angle of elevation of alpha and the length of the thread from his hand to kite is L. So this is first problem, first bit it is. A person is flying a kite. So let me keep this AB is the height of the kite. A person is here and he is flying the kite. So this is the kite. Now what is that they are saying? A person is flying the kite at an angle of elevation of alpha. This is alpha. And what else they have given? The length of the thread from his hand to kite is L. So this is L, length of the thread. This is the figure that you are going to draw, children. So what is AB? AB is the height of the kite flying, or height of the flying a kite, I'll write. Height of the flying kite. And angle C is angle of elevation, that is alpha. And AC is length of the rope. How much it is? L. Actually, it should be L meters. So this is what the diagram that you are going to get, children, for the first problem, first bit. Please note it down. Now, this is the second bit, children. A person observes two banks of a river at angles of depression theta 1 and theta 2, in which theta 1 has got lesser value than theta 2, from the top of a tree of height h meters, and which is at the side of a river, and the width of the river is d meters. So actually there is a river, children. Let me draw. This is AB is the river. Its distance between them is, we can say the width of the river is d meters, and at the side, let me take this as a point C. From this side, he is observing, the person is standing upon a tree. CD, this is tree. And he is observing the angle of depression of these 2 points A and B, in which one is to be considered as theta 1 and another one angle of depressions theta 1 and theta 2, and they said that theta 1 is lesser than, so this is lesser angle is considered as theta 1, and this is greater angle should be considered as theta 2. That means this is theta 2, this is theta 1, and the height of the tree is given as h meters. So what is this whole figure is dealing with? AB is the width of the river, that is equal to d meters, and CD is height of the tree, that is equal to h meters, and let me consider E. Angle EDB is equal to angle of depression, that is equal to theta 1. Actually angle of depression, I'll write 2 B, I will write, because you have got 2 angles theta 1, and angle EDA is also angle of depression to A, that is equal to theta 2. So here you have got theta 1 is lesser than theta 2. So this is what the figure that you will be getting for this problem, children. Please note it down. Now example 4, children. Example 4. A boy observed the top of an electric pole at an angle of elevation of 60 degrees when the observation point is 8 meters away from the foot of a pole. That means the boy is standing 8 meters away from the pole, and his angle of elevation to the top of the tower is 60 degrees. The top of the pole is 60 degrees. You have to identify what is the height of the pole. So let us draw the figure first. Let me take AB is the height of the pole. Let it be h meters, and C is the distance between the pole and the observer. So how many meters he is away? 8 meters away, and this is angle of elevation. How much they said? 60 degrees. So what is the height of the pole they are asking? So here AB is the height of the pole, that is h meters, and BC is the distance between the pole and the observer. How much it is? 8 meters. And angle C is angle of elevation, that is equal to 60 degrees. Now we need to find out. Earlier we have only drawn the figure. Now with the help of the figure we are going to find out what is H. So let me do this term. In triangle ABC, angle B is equal to 90 degrees. We have to say this because if it is 90 degrees only, we can use the trigonometrical ratios. See children, now you observe what angle is given, what sides are given. Basing on that, you have to take the theta. Which theta? Sin theta you have to take, cos theta you have to take, tan theta you have to take. You will understand with the help of two sides. I told you earlier also. Any two sides will be given to you. Basing on the two sides, you will understand what theta should be taken to solve the problem. So here you have got opposite side and adjacent side. Opposite by adjacent side is tan theta. So we will be writing that therefore tan 60 degrees is equal to AB by BC. So what is tan 60 degrees means? Table you should remember children. If you don't remember the table, at least you write the table at the side of here. In the rough column, I have already explained you how the table has to be written. It's very easy. After writing the table, that value you have to take. Tan 60 is 30 degrees is equal to h by 8. So what is h children? H is equal to 8 root 3 meters. This is the answer. Height of the building is 8 root 3 meters. Height of the pole, they said no. Therefore, height of the pole is equal to 8 root 3 meters. This is the answer, children. Please note it down. So I hope now it is very clear how you are able to use these trigonometrical values to find out the heights. Write down this. Now example 5 children. Example 5 says that from a helicopter, Rajendra observes a person standing on the ground at an angle of depression of 45 degrees. If the helicopter is flying at a height of 500 meters from the ground, what is the distance of the person from the Rajendra? This is the question. What is the distance? See, helicopter, a person is there on the helicopter. So let me take this as AB. A person is here. In the Rajendra is here. This is the position of Rajendra. Okay. Now, what is the position from the helicopter? Rajendra observes a person standing on the ground at an angle of depression 45 degrees. So from here, he is observing the angle of depression of this point C. This is 45 degrees. So if that is 45 degrees, definitely this is also 45 degrees. And if the helicopter is flying at a height of 500 meters, this is the height of a helicopter from the ground. What is the distance of the person from the ground? Means this distance they are asking, x meters. So you write down AB is the height of the helicopter, that is equal to 500 meters, and BC is the AC I'll write AC because he is asking AC. So AC is the distance between Rajendra, who is in the helicopter, to the person. That is how much we don't know, that is x meters. Then let me call this as a D. Angle DAC is angle of depression, that is equal to 45 degrees. So now in triangle ABC, angle B is 90 degrees, then angle C is equal to angle DAC. They are alternate angles. Therefore, angle C is equal to 45 degrees. So, if this is 45 degrees, see what are the two sides they have given? Opposite and hypotenuse. That means what? This is angle C. Therefore, sine 45 degrees is equal to AB by AC. So what is sine 45 degrees, children? It is 1 by root 2 is equal to AB is 500 by AC. AC is how much we have discussed. AC is nothing but x meters. So what is x? X is equal to 500 root 2. So what is the question? The question is distance of the person from Rajendra. So we will be writing distance of the person from Rajendra is equal to 500 root 2 meters. This is the answer, children. I hope I am clear. Please note it down. With this, I am concluding my topic. In the next class, I will be doing the exercise part.